All right, so I think I'm finally 100% rested up and healed from food poisoning. I just woke up, so my voice is still a little morning voicey, but we wanted to talk about how losing momentum is quite devastating, has a lot of negative effects, basically. I'm feeling it right now because yesterday I actually went out to go film some stuff with a different YouTuber I met in Japan last month, and it was good. I really enjoyed it, but I was tired. I was tired at a certain point. Like I, I almost I didn't. It wasn't that bad. I won't try to exaggerate it, but I was for sure like, oh, I need to sit down and rest, and I felt like I was starting to get lightheaded, but then my friends noticed and they got me a Pocari Sweat, which is just an electrolyte drink. I drank it and I felt a whole lot better afterwards. I drank it like all at once, basically. So I was definitely dehydrated, despite the fact that I kept drinking a lot of water and other things. I'm actually gonna drink something right now because I feel like my throat is kind of dry, interestingly. But yeah, the food poisoning really, really slowed me down, and I am sad about it. This is this is what I've been drinking a lot of, actually, these jelly drinks. But I don't know how effective they are. I used to drink them like last year. I had like a small cold, so I drank them and I felt like they were helpful. So I'm gonna just drink them again. But yeah, we worked on a skit for his channel, and I had a lot of fun with it despite feeling like maybe at 60 to 70%. I'd like to believe I was at 60 to 70%. Maybe I was a little less. My vision was like, I couldn't see much beyond 10 feet away from me, which is not normal. So I definitely was working with lower capacity for vision. But I feel like my thoughts were like, okay, they were slower, but they weren't like bad. Like I could still think properly, but I was definitely not functioning at 100%. Today, I feel like I woke up and I feel normal. I feel normal. I don't know how that's gonna continue, but I'm looking at my progress with this YouTube challenge and I'm like, I'm super glad I uploaded like 5 videos ahead of time. That kind of saved my butt. So when I did get food poisoning, like the videos were already there. I just needed to create thumbnails for them. So that's what I did for one of the videos yesterday. I used Adobe Firefly actually, and it made one that's pretty okay because I used a reference that it's like an art piece that I commissioned a while back, so I technically have the rights to it, and I used it as reference, and it generated something I find pretty decent. So it's the How I Graduated College Without Taking Notes video. If you want to check that out, the thumbnail is from Firefly, Adobe Firefly. And then there's 3 more videos that I still have. One that will upload tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday. And we need to make 2 more. Which one of them we already filmed, so all we need to do is edit it, which shouldn't take long at all. And then 2 of which should be simple videos that I think at least one of them I can do today. We're thinking about doing the writing challenge today. It's the 1 hour of learning like creative writing. But I don't know, I'm not quite feeling like I'm ready. Like my energy levels from 2 to 3 days ago were like near peak level, and now I'm like I've dropped below average at my energy levels. And most of the time in Japan, I'm like slightly above average. So I'm kind of working with very little here, very little feel inside of me. And that's the issue with like losing momentum is like it's so hard to pick yourself back up and start going again and get yourself going again. Like I know the feeling usually when I'm feeling like this in California, these would be the days where I'm like, okay, let's just chill and like watch anime or something, um, and not think about too much. Let myself just take a complete break, right? But I'm on a challenge and I'm also on Zero Entertainment, so I'm like, we can't do that. Let's just keep going. That's what we're gonna do. I think I'll probably mention this in the main video, but once we complete the 30-day challenge, we're on day 19, or we're ahead of time, so we're making day 19's video on day 15, I believe. So we're pretty much halfway through, and it's March 13th. And I feel like if there's one thing I've taken away from this whole 30-day challenge for making a video on my main channel every day, is that there's a format that I actually really enjoy making, which is the I learned insert skill here in 1 hour. So I gave myself 1 hour to learn like guitar or kendama or creative writing or the Rubik's Cube or juggling. Like that is a format I really enjoy because it's like challenging me to learn something really fast, which is something I've always thought is like cool, right? Like, oh, how fast can you learn something? Like test your skills, like fail on camera. I didn't learn juggling in 1 hour. I learned it in 3 instead, but I didn't give up and I actually managed to get it. So I'm proud of myself for that. Also, I left the balls outside somewhere. I need to go get them in the living room so others could try juggling. But I actually gave a small performance for everyone to show off my juggling skills. That was fun. But I was supposed to learn the kendama actually already with a friend who said that she would join me because she's good at it. She was able to do all 4 in like a couple of tries. And I asked her if she wanted to be in the video, and she was like willing to. I mean, a lot of people are actually willing to be in my videos, even though they're not YouTubers, even though they're not like necessarily focused on creative things, but they're happy to still be in my videos. And that's something I guess I didn't really think about for some reason, which is kind of dumb. Like I feel like it's so obvious. Like it doesn't, like you don't need creative focused people to still be willing to be in your videos, Like people are still happy to participate. That's something that I guess, I mean, I knew that already, I feel, but at the same time, I guess it was the more, I guess, creative spirit and like more long-term buddy that I would want to form a friendship with that I was looking for. But at the same time, it's still nice to just have people be participating in my videos. I think like at the end of the day, like that's kind of what I want more of. Not necessarily, it would be nice to have both. It would be nice to have both. Like a creative friend that I can talk to all the time, doing their thing, occasionally participating in my videos, and then like, other friends that I meet along the way that also would like to participate in my videos. Like that would be the ideal. But yeah, that didn't happen because I, threw up the night before and was decommissioned that whole day. So, and then my friend is away for a bit, so we can't make that video happen until next week. So that got delayed, and then the creative writing was meant to be today, but again, I'm not sure. I just don't feel like, it's the day, even though I really want it to be the day, and I set it for today. But I also asked a friend yesterday if they wanted to do a different type of challenge, which is like flipping the concept of, oh, like a rejection every day for 30 days, right? That's like, I feel like a common one. And it's a fun one. I feel like I want to do that. But instead of doing that, because it's going to take forever, let's flip it on its head and do 30 rejections in 1 day. And he was actually happy to try it with me. He's a photographer. Like that's his living. And we're just going to go out and see if we can get rejected. I'd said 15 times each, so then that counts as 30 rejections in 1 day. So it's not like too much, because I think 30 would be exhausting. So if we have 2 people and split it into 15. And I think it would be a fun video since we're both photographers. we both do video and photography stuff. We have like a lot of options in terms of like how we can get rejected, right? It can be like, oh, you know, like this person, and we go to places where like maybe it's a bit more expected, like Shibuya or something. And if this person's like dressed in such a cool way, or like we go to a fashion district or something like that, and we ask, oh, can we take a photo of you for our photography stuff? And they say yes or no. That's like one ask that could potentially be a rejection. So I guess we'll have to title it like, maybe not exactly 30 rejections. I'll see, But that's like another idea that he agreed to that will happen next week. So I'm very happy about that. I actually asked yesterday when I was not feeling the best, just because, you know, you occasionally see people in the share house, like, and it's much better to talk with them in person. So it just came up also. Like we were just talking about cameras and stuff, so it seemed to flow well. But yeah, then we have some 30-day challenges that we're currently doing. I don't think we're gonna release them in time for this challenge of 30 days of videos, but we have 3 videos of just talking to the camera that we're gonna do in Kyoto when we visit. Yeah, everything is out there and planned. I mean, the plans have shifted because of the sick day, of being food poisoned, but everything's still here. I just need to execute on it. If I'm not going to do the writing video, I might as well do an extra video today as well. Oh, also, my friend, the other YouTuber that I became friends with, he said that he's willing to help me with one of my videos today. It's just a very simple video, honestly. It's because he's made skits that are like basically at 1 million views, like I think 2 or 3 of them. So I'm just gonna ask him, like, you know, what's the secret sauce? Like, how do you do it? Obviously, you know, the answer is gonna be very complex and gonna depend on so many factors, but it's still a decent video to just hear from someone, like how they do their craft and like how they got to that point, right? Like what's their story? So that's gonna be probably a main channel video that we can add. That's super easy. It's literally just me talking to him and asking him like about his story and yeah, so viral skit how-to tips. So we can probably just quickly edit that and maybe like post it a little bit later, since the video that I'm in on his channel will be also posted later probably, because he has to edit it and everything, and I'm going to assume that's going to take some time. So this will probably be released closer to the end of the challenge. But if we can do all 4 of these videos, that'll put us at 22 out of 30. And then we do the 3 Kyoto videos, which is 25. And then we have the kendama, creative writing, 2 of the challenges. That's basically it. Like, we'll be pretty much done with this challenge. So we have every video ready. Again, it really sucks that momentum was lost, but we're just trying our best to get back on immediately. And I think that's going to make a huge difference in the way I usually operate. Yeah. And again, I honestly feel like I should just be done with this challenge. I feel like I learned what I needed to, which is I'm just going to do these 1-hour challenges and 30-day challenges, and those are going to be my videos from the main channel for a while. I feel like the whole tips stuff, it's cool to do once in a while. Like maybe I'll add it on like once every month or 2. But I think for now the main channel would just be that until I do another challenge where I'm like more focused on like growth and everything, because I mentioned this when I was in the park next to Disney Sea, but my strategies for how I'm making these videos, it's very antiquated. Like I'm taking strategies that might work 5 years ago, And I'm looking at videos that are like also kind of old, 2, 3, 4 years old. And maybe that's not the right strat. Maybe the right strat for like quick viral growth is to obviously look at the things that are right now viral and growing super fast and emulate those videos instead. So we'll probably have a challenge where we focus on that instead of just trying to do like 30 videos on my channel that are like 80/20 plus like more focused on better titles and thumbnails, which are also based on like older videos that have had high success. How do I summarize that challenge? Okay, but how do I summarize that into a title is what I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Either way, there will be another 30-day challenge for that. And I really don't want to depend on the location that I'm in. Like, I love being in Japan, but like, I want to be able to make these videos like anywhere I am. I want to make it depend on like me and my creativity and what I want to do and how I can structure it and everything, and not like focused on the place that I am in. It's more of like a feature versus like the main attraction. Um, yeah, those are my current thoughts at least. I'll see how that changes as I go. But also short form stuff. I think maybe doing the short form stuff first and then doing the long form stuff afterwards, in terms of the whole viral strategy, in terms of the growth, is probably the better idea. The only issue is I don't watch anything. So like I'm on Zero Entertainment, and I could call it research if I just go on TikTok and scroll a bunch, but I don't want to do that. Like to me, research means like very focused research. So it has to be like, oh, this viral video about a topic that I might actually want to do, I will like actually analyze it, but I have to find the video first. And I don't want to scroll to find it. So in order to find the video, I probably need to somehow ask someone who is interested in the same thing as I am, and they're on TikTok or something like that. So basically, I just have to ask people what viral videos they see that I also am interested in creating. That's going to be a little difficult, to be honest, but I just refuse to scroll on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. I just won't do it. It's just something I can't do, first of all, because of Zero Entertainment. But secondly, I just don't want to do it. So that's going to be kind of interesting to like create short form content without watching it. I mean, I will watch it because I'll get the examples from my friends and I'll actually watch those examples to recreate my own version of those videos. But for now, it's definitely a roundabout way of doing it, that's slower and less efficient, but it's just more aligned with like my own values and my challenges and everything. So yeah, we're definitely planning a lot. I think that's what you kind of have to do. You kind of have to like look into the future, reorganize, plan when you've lost momentum, because you have to look, and get yourself excited again, because I've lost 2 days where I just did not think about anything. And now I'm like, okay, now that I'm back to normal, I have to look and be like, okay, this is the plan. I'm remembering. Let's get back on it. Let's go, even though I am still tired. I can hear in my own voice that I'm tired. So I gotta warm up because I don't want to sound like dead tired when I do the video with my friend. Okay, that's pretty much it for this one. I think I talked for long enough. We've lost momentum, but we're getting back on as fast as possible. All right, 4 videos today. Let's see if we can pull it off.